breathe in the air, the light that surrounds me. If we hold ourselves together, we'll go far. Created a space, in my head it was empty, but I know that I want to be where you are. I was denied. I had spent those years, did not recognize the person that's inside.
Hello, hello. Already got a couple of people in chat trying to view this event. Welcome in, everybody. Looks like the teams are almost ready to go. Infinite Rage has readied up. There was a little bit of a delay because one of the players ended up not showing up. We had to find a sub, but looks like Infinite Rage is good to go. Rated R is in their voice channels. Let's see. And they actually had the lower seed, so they ended up picking Barracuda as their first map. Let's make sure everything is in order. Ooh, I'm gonna have to refresh some of these sources. There we go. That looks a lot better. Big fan of this caster fella. I'm a big fan of you, Kino. Thank you again for all coming through. Alright, looks like they are actually starting to join their matches, so we're going to be switching over to SHATTERLINE here. Get that display out of my sight. Alright, looks like Rated R is finally joining in. Oh, and then the team logos are not showing up, but Barracuda was Rated R's pick. They're going to be hosting map 1 on NA East. Now we're just waiting for Infinite Rage to join up, and then we're going to get this match and the show on the road. Oh, looks like they're resetting. I see, yeah. So Rated R started the game, the timer ended up running out, but so they had to reset. How's everybody doing this fine Sunday afternoon? Now it's afternoon because of the little bit of a delay. I was sitting here at like 11:30 waiting for Lumix to show up, and I was getting anxious, and I ordered myself Red Bull and beef jerky for comfort. Just been sitting here nibbling away on some meat. Glad to hear it, Kino. Splendid morning so far. Oh yeah, meat is always fine. Okay, looks like Infinite Rage is finally loading in, and once they're all in, we're going to be joining as spectator, and we're going to get the show on the road. Top banner is live. Looks like all the teams are in. And we're going to get in on the action. Ooh. Gamer time, yes sir. While the slides, I'm going to keep the music playing just for a little bit. Cut out from the dead silence of not having a co-caster to conversate with. Here's the lineup today. Looks like all of Infinite Rage is in except for Lumix. Dankosaurus is going to be taking his spot. Gracious gesture by Dankosaurus himself. And it looks like the game is live. We got some good movement coming out of both teams. Clean is going to be playing objective, and let's see what Rated R does.
Wait a sec.
to get past the choke point. Now, this is a German team. I don't think we've seen any gameplay out of these Infinite Rage players, but it looks like they have pretty good amount of movement tech knowledge. It's nice to see this Strix playing her headies, putting up a defensive position. Let's see it from Rated R side. What is it? What does this offensive look like? Looks like Rated R has height advantage and left side advantage as well, leaving creep on the point to slowly but effectively push the card up. I don't think they have anybody watching tunnels right now. Could be a little bit of a flanking route that Infinite Rage could be using. And Rated R, just like that, takes point 1.
A minute of glory.
Looks like IR is trying to fall back a little bit, set up their defensive point at P1 choke. Ooh, but Axel, being the bee-hopping demon he is, flies through the air. He's interestingly enough, he's on Brisa. Now this is a comp that Cool Cheese from Rated R has been trying to, not Cool Cheese from Rated R, Cool Cheese from Meowing Cats, excuse me, has been trying to make the meta. And it's nice to see some of the teams actually start using Brisa in their team comps. Nice little gunny there, my Morlocks. Ooh, lucky little nade.
I've got a little helper. I take no prisoners.
Looks like IR was able to push back from Rated R's little advance. Took space back up until the card's point. And now they're going to be trying to hold on to this choke point for dear life. Strix has her ult ready. Is she going to pull it out? She does pull it out, but gets kite mined instantly by Zyros. I wonder if she still has her ult ready. Oh, she definitely does. Okay, Rated R is getting picked up at the choke point. This might be a time for Strix to pull out her ult and get some util usage out of it. But goes down, unfortunately, to the Malva ground. It looks like Infinite Rage is spreading out a little bit, trying to cover every angle they can. Malva heal coming out to support orbit.
Kill.
Rated R is back on the offensive. Gonna get back to the choke point and see what they can do.
Just a second. Take your prescription. This is my sanctuary.
Nice util usage out of that. Orbit's a little low on Malva's side, but they're getting the picks. Malva doesn't have to drop her heals at all. Oh, there's that Strix ult that comes out. It might have been at an inconvenient time for Infinite Rage at that point. Might have been a bad value calculation on their part. Rated R is headstrong. They are pushing up comfortably whenever they can mount an offensive. Infinite Rage is picking off Rated R's advance from time to time, taking space whenever they can, but it looks like the gunfights are going in favor of Rated R at the moment. Brad Baby got turned on, unfortunately. He's still playing the objective properly. This orange container is going to be a pretty significant area to fight in. And it looks like Morlocks took up the position, but what was that? Did he get slid out because of the explosions, or did he mean to pick that angle?
Welcome to my clip.
Tough decisions. IR is trying to get back to point. Rated R picked off their defense. And the fight is still back and forth.
Reloading. Squad, your priority is stopping that wagon.
Clean is back to control orange container. This is going to be a key spot for him to hold off this, or poke holes in the Infinite Rage defense. He's shooting toes and getting kills. Fantastic plays by Mr. Clean. Now let's see if Infinite Rage can answer back. Malvadrone coming in for the clutch. I think it's a nice pick. Crybaby is still pushing the left side and trying to take control of this backside of spawn to cut off part of their defense and whittle down Infinite Rage to make their rated R advance that much easier.
Welcome to my clinic.
But it looks like gunfights went in favor of Infinite Rage this time.
Take your prescriptions.
Infinite Rage's Malva is going to try to slide out, get some intel, put some shots down range. Go a little bit aggressive on that peak. I don't know if she should have pushed that.
This is my sanctuary.
Bill's fighting for his dear life, but Rated R is
Here's a medkit.
finding any and all holes in the Infinite Rage defense. And just like that, they take point 3. Now, point 3 to point 4 is a very long route. Multiple entry points. You got tunnels, you got under, you got rooms on the right side. Rated R can use any one of these avenues to mount an offensive.
Take the medicine.
Let's see if Infinite Rage can hold them back. Looks like Rated R poked to the left side. Infinite Rage is still holding main. I don't think Orbit has any info because his team got picked off. Now he's trying to figure out what to do. That was at his drone. Where did you come from?
Moving
I think because they took left tunnel area, they just pushed all the way into their spawn. Ooh. Nice little gunplay by the Strix. Despite the nerfs on Legatus, this gun seems pretty good in good hands. Still. Looks like Strix is gonna be anchoring that tunnel area, but Axel with his Breeze ult gets that pick, and now he has full control over this tunnel side. Now he just needs to clear space for Rated R to push up as comfortably as possible. Let's get some drone footage in. Oh, what a kill by Morlox's drone. And now we're spectating Mr. Clean's drone. Mr. Clean's drone's looking around the corner, walking up slowly, but gets picked off. Unfortunate. Alright, back to the orbit. Oh, looks like it just switched from the Zenith to the Fire Spray. This might be actually a good decision in close quarters combats like this. Ooh, fights are going out big. Picks are just back and forth. It's just a constant struggle. But within that struggle, it looks like Rated R is slowly but surely pushing the card up because they've made it all the way from P3 to about 60% of the way to P4.
Meet my sidekick.
Right. Looks like Infinite Rage is trying to spread out. Malva's sliding in to get her utils down to help Strix out. Strix has a heady up. And it looks like Malva and Strix are going to be on main duty, while Pill and Orbit are going to hold down tunnel as best as they can. But I think the info here might be a little off on Infinite Rage's side. Ooh. Nice little pick by that Pill. Orbit is still headstrong, holding down this tunnel side. Pings are coming out, trying to get info out for Infinite Rage. All the while, Rated R is mounting offensive after offensive, slowly chipping away at the defense and making progress. Smart desires to back up there. Ooh. Looks like Creep tried to mount a flank. Let's see what Dankersaurus is able to pull out. This is the sub that had to fill in for Lumix's absence on Infinite Rage. He's trying his best. Oh, there we go. That's a little quick nade. Now, once again, Rated R is trying to get back to this choke point. Fantastic nade by Dankersaurus on Crybaby. But Axel is going to be holding this position, listening for footsteps and trying to get some info. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't expect this fight to go as mano-y-mano as it is right now. Ooh, good little intel there by that drone. Crybaby popped orbital. Ooh, Strix popped her ult to counter. She gets 2 very big picks.
Here's my little helper.
Now let's see if she can actually use this to her full potential. Definitely stop that radar push.
Did that hurt?
A little bit of overflicking there. They're just waiting for Radar. Radar is holding firm because they know Strix ult is out. They're gonna time it for it to go out and push together as a team.
Heal up, guys.
And here it is. They keep taking this tunnel entrance. Dankosaurus gets a triple because of that maneuver. They gotta switch it up somehow. Easy read by Dankosaurus. Very nice kills. Axile, one of the last few remaining on Rated R to go down in that gunfight. Now it's back to Rated R to get back to that choke point and try it again. Interesting plays all around.
I'll take that spot.
Yep, Dankosaurus is surprising us all. Holding a peak angle that I don't think many people have thought of. Nice little pick by Crybaby. It looks like they're trying to take tunnel control. Let's see what's happening on the left side of this map from Infinite Rage's POV. Nice little pick by Dank. Hopefully that nade gets some util usage, but I think it might have pushed out the Malva. Very clean gameplay. It looks like Rated R and Infinite Rage are at a stalemate. Picks are going back and forth, and for all intents and purposes, everything is just staggered right now. There we go. There's the offensive. They're playing together. Gonna use Malva ult and Mongoose' ult to their benefit. It's quite well played by both sides. Rated R seems like they have a pretty good push coming out. Finally take out the last. That's 5 down. IR has to answer back as quick as possible. Dankosaurus picks, pulls out his ult. Ooh. Key gunfight there in tunnels. Takes out Axel, and now they have tunnel control and at least the back spawn control. They took back point. And now they're gonna set up their defense all over again. Rated R has 13 seconds on the clock. This has to be a last just effort, but I don't think they're gonna be able to get it. Ooh, XL. Despite all of that, Rated R got the cart pretty far. Let's see if Infinite Rage can answer back and get it as far as they did. Teams are meeting up. Wow, Crybaby. Okay, good barrel play there. Crybaby gets 2 picks. Creep gets another 2. IR is in shambles right now. They have height advantage. Rated R has height advantage. And IR has to regroup on point. Well played by Crybaby. Zyros with some key picks as well. And Axel's gonna spend his time over here trying to get up to that heaven area. It would be unfortunate if Rated R can execute like a little bit of a spawn trap. But as long as you're playing with your team, these things are easy to break. Axel finally got that hop up working. Now he's going to be supporting Crybaby up top. Put up Petties, and then there we are. Now with the change in the XM40, with the 7% increased fire rate, we've been seeing a lot more comp players use this as part of their toolset. And honestly, it's pretty high impact, especially without the 7% RPM mod. You put that mod on, that gun is just broken, but it's got its place in comp now. looks like Infinite Rage was actually able to take over cliff control. Broke Rated R's defense. Rated R is trying to peek and get some picks and hopefully stop this card push. Unfortunately, Infinite Rage is going to take that from them. Fortunately for Infinite Rage. Pill ult is out. I don't think he's going to be able to get much util usage out of this, but he can definitely do some area denial, especially on headies just like that. And kudos to Lumix for putting together a capable team. We're definitely giving Rated R its their run for their money. Creep with some nasty little picks. Pulls out Bomb Assault. Unfortunately, drone spectating camera kind of screwed up that visual, but high impact kills out of Creep using Bomb Assault. Completely shuts down Infinite Rage's push. Rated R has the upper hand on this defense. Kite ult is out. He's going to try to get as many picks as he can to hold off this push. Buy Rated R as much time as possible on this next point push. And we are on board back with Dink. Oh, and he pulls up a martyr combo. Okay, and who was this that? Wow. Who was the orbit that ended up popping orbital? Interesting little play there. Not sure what the impact was for, but Crybaby nevertheless counter ults with this orbit, as he usually does. Ooh, nice shots by Morlocks out there. Axel has a fantastic defense setup, very cheeky heady, with height advantage. It's going to be very difficult to get Axel off of this truck heady. Picks are just back and forth, back and forth. And a disadvantage for Infinite Rage here is that they have to travel a longer distance to get back to card point because that card is pretty close to checkpoint. Ooh. Trades going in favor of Rated R. They picked off their defense or offense once again.
Finally, you all understand.
And then Axel pulls out a Strixalt. See how much util it gets out of this. You might have gotten a couple of picks, but I missed that. But it definitely works in favor of Rated R because they are still holding control of this choke point. Some aggressive plays here and there. Always fun to watch. Ooh. Nice little pick by Creep. Axel tries to block his, oh, that nade's gonna be not as useful as I thought it would have been. Rated R is holding firm. They're just setting up defensive positions. As soon as they take space, they are not overextending. They're playing this pretty intelligently. Let's see how Infinite Rage answers back to that. Morlocks. I think Morlocks has been getting some really nice picks. Fantastic shooter so far.
Rise and shine.
Looks like they took control of this left tunnel side. Oh, they're gonna wrap all the way around to spawn. Maybe to poke some holes in the Rated R defense. And I think Rated R has intel on that. They turned around to answer back. Axel puts down her walls. Trays are back and forth. Ultimately in favor of Infinite Rage. Ooh, fantastic util and gunplay out of that. Crybaby pops ult. Ooh, Creeps Mongoose. For the most part in pubs, I haven't seen Mongoose nades be as effective as these players have been using them. I guess all it does take is a practice. 8 seconds left on the clock. Infinite Rage needs to get on cart. Force the overtime. And unfortunately, The last two are picked off and they cannot stay. Rated R takes Barracuda. Yeah, well played all around. Wow. Alright, updating the scores. There we are. Well done to both teams. Pleasantly surprised by Infinite Rage's performance. They've been doing a fantastic job, especially for being relatively new to the scene. All thanks to what I'm assuming is Lumix's guidance. He put together a pretty solid squad. But Rated R are, you know, rating, they're not ex-competitive players, but they have been playing competitively for a while. And they also put on a pretty good show. And now we are waiting for a game 2 on Escape, and that is Infinite Rage's map pick. Well done all around. It's a fantastic series so far. Looks like teams are reorganizing. Infinite Rage should be putting up a host on EU servers for their Escape map. And then ultimately, the decider match will be played on March. I gotta hit that Axel OC. Axel has pristine control over his mechanics and gunplay. Very fun player to watch. Absolutely agreed. Looks like the Infinite Rage game is up. There's the map record so far. Should be on the screen. Radar took map 1 on Barracuda for anybody that is just tuning in. Infinite Rage has their players in. And lobby is slowly filling up. Looks like all players are in, and we're gonna get this show on the road. Here we go. Yeah, this map and UI stuff is pretty nifty. Nice little clean animation to show you guys what's going on. And we're going to be playing this on Escape. Now this second map pick does go to EU because this is a German team. Let's see if that affects Radar's gameplay or Infinite Rage's gameplay for that matter in any sense. Here we go. A little bit of confusion there about who to put on points. Infinite Rage just slowly making their way up. I don't see any picks coming out. IR gets a pick. Crybaby answers back with his own pick. And in textbook fashion, Rated R sets up a formidable defense. Height control, grass control, and main control. Looks like Infinite Rage is trying to work around these blocked paths of vision.
It was just a scratch.
Malva gets an interesting res off. So far things are quiet, but looks like the gunfights are finally picking up. That Strix tried to be up away, that didn't work out.
Welcome to my clinic.
Zyros backs away to try to survive and hold off this balcony push, but it looks like Brett Lawn actually takes control of it. I was going to be slowly peeking, trying to take eventual parking lot control, and that should make it that much easier for Infinite Rage to push up the cart. And this is what I like to see. This is so fantastic. People are using Pacifier, XM40, Fire Spray. I haven't seen much Centurion gameplay just because, you know, it's escort. You need that, you need to close the gap on that damage range. But the Zenith is also in play, and it's no longer just a Centurion Legatus meta. People are using all kinds of guns. And yes, mods are banned. If you type exclamation mark, exclamation point info, you should see the rule set on our website. Zyro's taking height control again, as Kite should, playing a textbook Kite role. Fantastic picks by Zyros, but oh, that nade comes out and cuts him off. IR is putting up a formidable fight on this part. They're slowly but surely pushing Rated R as far back as possible. They've made it all the way to P2. Fantastic plays by both teams.
I'm gonna make it rain.
Oh, Dankosaurus has some intel on that. Takes some pre-fire shots and does get some damage out. Oh, that nade took a little too long, but I see what the intent was there. Back on Zyros to see what he can do with his height advantage. Definitely calling out. And Axel's been going to be sitting on on a cheeky little wall heady on Yellow Tarp. Pulls out Strike Salt, and now he's going to make an impact play. As long as he survives, which it doesn't look like he was able to. Dankosaurus pulls out his ult, trying to release some pressure for his team. Gets a key pick up top, but Rated R is going to be able to account for that rapidly because it's so close to their spawn. Zyros and Axel are playing this container side beautifully. Essentially shutting down Infinite Rage's push down this container alley. It just looks like Malva's on point right now. Infinite Rage is slowly making their way up catwalk. Kite ult is out, and they're gonna have to try and work around that, but it's bleeding precious amounts of time from Infinite Rage's push. It looks like they broke their containers. They have 3 people out here. Looks like 2 of them are gonna get picked off. The trades go in favor of Rated R. They have control of containers all over again. 4 are down from Infinite Rage's side. And it's back to square 1 for Infinite Rage. Rated R, fantastic defense.
Reloading, 1 second.
Ooh, fantastic. What is that? When I was spectating him, it looked like he just got slapped in the face by those bullets. They're just beaming down main. There's no reason they should be going down main.
On your feet, come on.
Which is why Infinite Rage probably took it up catwalk, but catwalk is completely blocked off. So now they're just limited to try and get around this orange truck side. Infinite Rage trying as hard as they can they don't seem to be able to figure out an opening. Rated R's got a solid defense setup.
All wounded. Me.
Now they're going to be taking a little bit of space. They will give Infinite Rage an opening if they can actually make it past the
Here's the med kit.
Malva and the Kite that are overextending a little bit. But it looks like Rated R has fallen back, caught themselves.
Fight, boy.
And they're going to continue bleeding down the timer. 10 seconds left on the clock. I think Rated R has got this in the bag.
You did what you could to stop the damn thing. Good job.
Infinite Rage sure did what they could. Now let's see if Rated R can mount an offensive as cleanly as they set up their defense around P2. A little bit of miscommunication on this side as well. Clean going back to cart. Pub habits, right? Ooh, Axel's on the snipe actually. Let's see this POV. Sniping on Strix, okay. I imagine he has switched off to Brisa, but I think the round started to conform to get that changing. Let's see what he can do with the sniper though.
Gotta admit, that feels right here.
Rated R is playing carefully. They're waiting for a number of picks to go in favor of their side. And then they're gonna capitalize on it. As far as I can tell. Ooh, Axel gets picked off from Catwalk. Fantastic shooting by Infinite Rage there. Dangosaurus is making his way all the way around parking lot, but it doesn't work out in his favor. Because those rocks get slippery sometimes. Unfortunate for Dank.
Welcome to my clinic.
What is that? The second or third fall of this series or this season so far? In any case, looks like Rated R has control of parking lot now.
Mine at the ready.
We're about to win. Press on. Milestone reached.
They finally took P1, but they're still playing carefully. They know that there is a present threat on bridge. They get the pick that they needed, and now they're going to be slowly moving up. Let's see what IR is doing to answer back. Ooh, it doesn't look like they have players on container side yet. Container side is still wide open. They need to put someone there as soon as possible, but Strix pulls out her ult, and they're gonna scare IR straight. Strix makes it all the way out container side. Infinite Rage actually pops orbital, or no, that's Crybaby actually pops orbital. And all they're doing is completely bullying Infinite Rage back into their spawn. Zarus gets a crazy kite mine, and that was just dominant gameplay all around from Rated R side. And that's just how this map goes sometimes. Like, once you get past P1, you take over bridge control. If you can break that container defense and get someone past it, they can just cut off spawn rotations fluidly. And we get to see Axel POV anyway on that sniper. Oh. Misses that first shot, but cleans it up. He gets a triple behind that card. Those must have been very key picks to get bridge control. Well done. Well played by both sides. There's a scoreboard for anybody interested. Going to be updating the score here. Fantastic series so far. Now, when it comes to teams going head-to-head in Escort, I feel like so far Barracuda has been like the most balanced map. Because once a team gets any opening through another team's defense on a map like Escape or March, especially March P1 and Escape P2, it's just a head-on rush, and then an easy spawn trap for the offensive team on the defensive team. Alright, looks like Looks like they are discussing the rule set that is on the website. And they haven't been updated on the rule set in the Discord, but what these teams are experimenting is the fact that any one of these roles can snipe now, except you are only limited to one sniper on the team. That's why we saw Strix on the sniper. Alright, comms are out. Frag lab moment. Frag lab moment. All the time. Rated R is up 2-0 in this series. We have one more map left. Let's see if Infinite Rage can clutch it up and get a map win today for their match. Oh, I opened up too many. I'm sorry. There we go. Clean that up. Alright, let's see if they have a server up. Looks like all players are already in. On Rated R side. Looks like the team went back down to 4 players, so now we are on the lookout for potentially another sub. Which is unfortunate because in this case, if we can't find a sub in time, Radar is going to be automatically taking the third map. We give Frag Lab a lot of crap, but things like this are also disorganized from time to time. It is a tough world out there. Okay, let's see if Epsilon has a teammate they want to put up for a sub. Unfortunate things about subs is they have wonky schedules as well. Can't really commit to the time block, so no shade on Lumix or not even Dankosaurus. Dankosaurus had something to do, so we're currently talking in the council council chat to see if we can find another sub. Alright, Epsilon is reaching out to see if one of his players are available. Oh boy. Gotta love no showing players. Splendid little morning, Raven. Hope everybody in chat is having a wonderful day so far. That's unfortunate. I don't have I'm using the Twitch chat dock in OBS, and it doesn't come with like BTTV support, unfortunately. At least I don't think it does. I can only imagine what those emotes are. Alright, looks like Epsilon is putting up a sub for Infinite Rage, and we're gonna get this match started, hopefully, as soon as possible. Up until then, I'll throw this up. That is the record so far. Clean snipes, Exile. Very clean. Looks like Epsilon is getting one of his subs familiar with the tournament client. Space Lava, you are Viscosh, right? If I remember that correctly. Thanks for tuning in, dude. Nice to see some old and new faces around. Barker Baseball, welcome in. Neon Gifts. All the homies are in town. All the homies are back. You're a new face? Oh, gotcha. Exile's a new face too, interestingly enough. Okay. Alright, let's see how the chat's going down. Ooh, looks like they have the wrong tournament code. Ah, they didn't copy the entire thing. Maybe one day I too can be like the GOAT to Exile. That's a tall order. Exile is a different beast. We need more Exile POV. I'll do my best to catch his sniping. Strict sniping goes hard. Man can dream, absolutely. I still dream of being as good as Exile in SHATTERLINE one day. Sniping Strix meta. I wholeheartedly thought he was gonna switch off to Breeze at some point. I did not expect a full-on Strix sniping role. That is something unheard of. Okay, looks like the sub is going to be ready in 3 minutes. Hopefully we'll get this match started in 5. Ooh, they're trying to negotiate a EU server for this last map. And I'm pretty sure the last round was what, Infinite Rage pick on EU. I don't really think a server choice really makes a difference at that point, but if they want an EU server and rated R budgets, then we'll get an EU match. Of course, you didn't expect it, bro. That man's mind is something else. Yeah. It's definitely different. This guy dropped what, however much it is for a .gay domain for Tweak Nation, just out of the blue. Axel is a character. Oh, looks like Epsilon is asking Rated R to start the host. Gotta copy this chat link. Yeah, it's so many things we have to do on the back end as well. I gotta give these new players their league roles so they can see the chat and make sure that everybody's updated. There we go. And for anybody just tuning in, we do have another match coming up in about 2 hours time at 3 p.m. Eastern, and it's going to be Neversun versus Valent, Epsilon's new EU team. Their home base is apparently in Belgium, but they have a mix of like French speakers. I'm also assuming German players. But it's going to be an interesting little mix, and that's coming up soon. And for all the new faces that are coming in, if you type in !info or !Discord, you'll see the Discord that this league is taking place in, plus any and all info about this SHATTERLINE league that we're hosting and trying out. Ooh, I've got this new keyboard that actually I started using for work. It's the Dust Silver K75, I think. Fantastic little thing. Sounds so good. Any and all typing tests that I do, I use this keyboard. It makes work so much smoother. The thockiness is insane. We're not sponsored, by the way, but Del Silver, if you want to hit us up. Know what I'm saying? Okay, looks like the sub is in with Infinite Rage. Rated R is going to be throwing up the last decider map on EU. Looks like they agreed to host it in that region. So that's going to be an interesting little way for this whole event to play out. Once again, kudos to Epsilon for actually putting up one of their players as a sub to help us get this match rolling. Looks like the map is up, and we're gonna be in this game very, very soon. There we are. All 10 players are in. After a little bit of a struggle, we finally have map number 3 rolling. And hopefully we can get this map over with efficiently so we can take a little bit of a break and come back fresh and prepared for a show match between Neversun and Valent. Something that I've been looking forward to for a while at 3 p.m. Eastern today. Neversun essentially dipped out of the scene around the last time things started falling silent, and they are the reigning champions. So we're all interested to see how strongly they make a comeback. And on that note, Epsilon's new team as well. Infinite Rage was a pleasant surprise to see how capable their brand new squad was in a competitive environment like this. So I have high hopes for Valent. Oh, you know what? This ticker needs updating. Infinite Rage. Yeah, there we go. That ticker had milkshake mommies on it, so looks like we are well underway with the match. Let's do this. Unfortunately, alt tabbing mutes audio for a little bit, but we are in the thick of it now. Infinite Rage is taking over control of Office, or at least attempting to. They already have 2 players down. Looks like Creep is trying to make some headway, but trades there go in favor of Infinite Rage. That looks like they have Office control. They're going to be taking up positions behind Orange Crate to hold off this rated R push. Ooh. Fire spray, my love. Yeah, lots of new weapons coming out in this scene right now. It's no longer like a Legacy Centurion crutch for everybody. And I love seeing it. Creep kind of gets caught out by that nade. Infinite Rage is going to make trying to get some value out of that play. Looks like Cap on Valent is trying to get his settings in order.
Reloading.
And Rated R is slowly but surely pushing the card up, getting key picks.
Heal up, guys.
And just like that, they have P1. Now IR either has to fight back and hold off that push, or try to fall back as far as possible, because Rated R is going to be spawning right on top of them. What's going on there? Okay, looks like IR is one of them tried to take a little bit of space, but the rest of the team is a little late to try and take that under pipe control, allowing Rated R to push all the way up to window and freely move up main, letting their objective player move card up without any opposition. Ooh, Exile. Pulling out a Brisa ult, trying to make some impact plays. Let's see what he can do with this. He had to line that B-hop up, but there he goes. Sabrisa ult still up, getting some crazy picks, and they're taking a huge amount of space away from Infinite Rage. Now Infinite Rage has to fight on two fronts. What is going on here? Like, I want to switch off to watch the fight, but I'm curious as to what Axel is trying to do. But it looks like Infinite Rage is having a little bit of a struggle to try and get out of spawn. Rated R has multiple angles covered, and this is honestly just a textbook spawn trap. I don't think anybody is even focusing on the car right now. Crybaby's gonna try to back off. Has the health pack ready to go for him. Infinite Rage is answering back. They finally made it out of spawn. And now's the time for them to hopefully contest that cart push as much as possible because it is quite close to P2. Infinite Rage doing what they can to keep them off the cart and contest. Trades are going back and forth, but it looks like it's in favor of Rated R for the most part. Zyrus with two crazy picks out of that right side under pipe. Axel, being the demon of a sniper he is, does get picked off, but it looks like he stayed alive for a while, applying pressure from behind enemy lines. Kite ult is out. They're gonna try to play around this card and hold them off as much as possible, but looks like Radar is gonna try to poke a hole in this defense as soon as they can. A little bit of drone footage to see what Axel's up to. Ah, and the drone's off. Ooh, nice little flick right there. Oh, Cap with some nice firebacks. I'm seeing some interesting plays coming out of Infinite Rage's side, but sure enough, they're holding on to the defense as best as they can. And it's just drone gameplay footage over and over. Captain's gonna be holding this pillar side. And Axel pulls out his ult again. I don't know how long he had it up, but he gets a nice couple of picks with that ult. Nice little pick with that sniper. Opening up the cart push entirely for Rated R to take advantage of that. Looks like Infinite Rage's Goose pulls ult. Not really sure if that was a calculated value play right there, but he does get a couple of picks with it. And at this point, it's up to Infinite Rage to get picks, as many picks as they can in this spawn area, but they have to fall back. They need to take control of this rock face here and make sure that they have height advantage, player setup on each side of defense to make sure Rated R can't poke any holes in their defensive line. Well played by Cap here. Doing his best to stay alive, but it doesn't work out for him. Clean is admiring his drone, playing objective.
I'm throwing a grenade.
And this is a textbook Rated R play again.
Try to
Slowly but methodically pushing up, making sure that they win their gunfights. Creep gets two crazy picks out of that spawn area. And as back and forth as these fights may seem, Rated R is just comfortably making their way up all the way to P2, P3, ultimately P4, if they keep it up. Looks like the smoke is holding off Infinite Rage just pushed out of that bunker door. So Infinite Rage is going to fall back a little bit to try to go for reses. It looks like a little bit of miscommunication is coming out because Malva's trying to go for reses, but those reses are force spawning themselves. And Rated R is just raining down hellfire. Crybaby with the pick, Axel with the pick. Philidic and Morlocks answer back.
All wounded. Me.
What's that?
Gotta switch man.
This is not so much of a stalemate. Rated R is playing this methodically and slowly, making sure that their push is never stopped. And once again, Infinite Rage is caught out with the point taken. Rated R is going to be spawning on top of them. There's no point for them to even hang around. They gotta fall back a little bit.
Reloading.
When it comes to Rated R taking these points, Infinite Rage needs to be setting up a firmer defense to try and hold them off.
Changing the game.
Cap gets on point. Last one surviving on this team gets taken out. Now it's just free reign for Rated R to take main control and make their way all the way to P4. Strix with the nice pick on Malva. That Strix gets taken out. Ooh, and then Infinite Rage pulls out their kite ult. Cap is gonna try and hold up this bunker side, but Zyros pulls out his kite ult. It's answering back to Infinite Rage's kite ult. And it looks like the trades go in favor of Rated R again. Oh, interesting little ult play. Crybaby gets a solo kill with his ult, takes out another one in spawn. Axel gets a couple of key picks. Infinite Rage is out of the game, waiting to be spawned.
Wait a sec.
Now for the uninitiated, spawn timers in competitive are 8 seconds. If your team gets wiped, that's 8 seconds that the other team has free reign to move the card up. And Clean isn't even playing the objective at this point, just waiting for his team to get, get up and take main control.
Watch out! Grenade!
Last chance for a comeback.
For the most part, it looks like the gunfights are going in favor of Rated R. Infinite Rage still has a chance, because once this cart gets to that little choke point in front of Clean, it's a fight to the death. But it looks like Rated R is aware of that. They're going to be pushing all the way into their spawn,
Here's a med.
trying to take as many picks or as many targets as they can.
Be back in a tick.
And Axel is doing a fantastic job of staying alive.
Say goodnight.
Pulls out his Breeze ult. Here we go. This is what this hold is about. Rated R is just systematically shutting down Infinite
The
Rage.
convoy job is done. Let's hope that score is good enough.
Rated R takes side 1. Let's see if Infinite Rage can answer back. They are the ones blocking off Office, interestingly enough, not taking that Office wall control. Clinic answers back with a nice little nade, but Office control is to Rated R because one player is still there. Lazarus is peeking, trying to get some info, call it out to his teammates. And Infinite Rage is actually playing this pretty well. They are not overextending, not pushing too aggressively, working with the cart and their teammates, which is allowing the cart to move up a little bit. But it looks like Rated R is getting some key picks that they need to stop this cart push. Interesting little plays there. Clean is going to try to peek around the corner, try to get some intel. No, someone is on catwalk. He needs to be looking up to answer back, but it doesn't seem like he had the flexibility of doing that.
Here, catch.
Infinite Rage pokes a hole in Rated R's defense, and now they're slowly moving the card up to point 1.
All wounded. Me.
Fire spray is out. Nice try on Cap's side. They easily take point 1 after poking that hole. And now Rated R is going to be have to be the ones that are falling back and taking space under back control. So far, well played by Infinite Rage. They know that they took point. They know that Rated R is on spawn timer. That means they need to be taking space, and that's exactly what Mongoose and Orbit are doing. It looks like Orbit gets taken out. Mongoose is doing his best to put some pressure under that window so he can maintain control of it. Smokes are out from Rated R side. They are trying to maintain invisibility. It looks like one smoke goes down. Creeps gets a trade. Crybaby's moving all the way up. If I can get to his POV. Never mind, we're gonna be on Axel for a little bit. Yeah, looks like Crybaby got taken out. Ooh, nice little snipe over there. Brisa trap goes insane sometimes. Nice picks by Axel. He effectively empties out window room. Now his team knows it's no longer a threat. Minus that one player. Crybaby takes him out, but it looks like Infinite Rage answered back with a trade in favor of Infinite Rage. Now suddenly back creep. Now the most fun part about this P2 to P3 push is this 1 point. I absolutely love this choke point. And the fights here can go really insane. Peanut's doing a great job of staying alive, using his util to be a persistent presence under this pipe heady. But it looks like Kite is able to take him out. Looks like Crybaby's already overextending on the left side to try and apply some pressure on Infinite Rage, and it's working out. He's just being a persistent threat on the left side.
Stink. Literally.
He's got a little nice little peek set up for himself. He's gonna fall back. He doesn't need to be overextending or playing his left like that. He's gonna be backing up to support his team a little bit. Looks like Kite switched to the sniper. Maybe to answer back to Axel, but it gets taken out because he's playing too close to Kurt. Ooh, Axel with the clean snipes yet again. Like I said, the fights in this one choke point go ham. Oh! Strix pulls out ult on Infinite Rage's side. Now, staying up in pipe like this, it does limit the amount of angles that you can actually shoot down. Wonder if it's worth it if Strix actually falls out and uses, you know, her ult in main, but unfortunately doesn't get that opportunity. As long as Rated R controls this one choke point, they are going to have the upper hand, because breaking through this is going to be very difficult for Rated R. For Infinite Rage, rather.
All wounded to me.
Ooh. Looks like the orbit from Infinite Rage popped ult in window room. Not sure if that was the best value play to get for his team, but definitely got to pick with it. 1 minute left on the clock. Let's see if they can turn this around. Crybaby's waiting for his life. Axel still on the snipe, holding down pipe control. Kite pulls out his ult. He's gonna try to make an opening, but Crybaby dashes in and orbit ults right through that little push, giving Rated R main control. And now he's all the way in their spawn. He's gonna get as many picks as he can to buy his team some time. 17 seconds left on the clock. No matter how much of an aggressive play that was, that works in favor of Rated R. And now those two players on Infinite Rage's side have to wait out the 8-second timer. And that leaves 3 players, effectively, for the Infinite Rage push. Fantastic snipes by Axel. And Rated R takes map number 3 for a 3-0 record in this series. Well played to both teams. Wow. What a spread of scores and kills. Lazarus played the game.
First-hand experience.
Any here?
Well done. Fantastic picks. This is what I'm talking about. All you need to do is move up with your team, take space. The other team isn't going to expect it because Cart's all the way back at P2. But that's exactly what happened. Categorically insane. Well played by Rated R, well played by Infinite Rage. Infinite Rage did have some difficulties today because they had a player that didn't show up. They were essentially headless because I think it was their IGL. Despite that, they put up a pretty strong fight against Rated R. One of the more well-known comp teams in the entire SHATTERLINE competitive scene. Ooh, I gotta update scores. Forgot about that. Did I give it to the wrong side? I think I gave it to the wrong side. Oh, I put 3 instead of 0. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. There we go, that's better. Alright, boys and girls, that is the final score for this series. Rated R took all 3 maps. Infinite Rage, unfortunately, with their difficulties, had to struggle a little bit. Hopefully the next time they swing around, they can actually mount to come back and take some maps off the next team that they go up against. But all around, fantastic plays by both teams. Everybody played super well. And at the end of the day, the SHATTERLINE League is looking pretty damn fun. I'm kind of upset I'm not, in on these games myself, but honestly, running these things is what I live for. It gets my juices flowing. In any case, in about 2 hours, 3 p.m. Eastern, we have another match coming up against, well, it's going to be Neverson against Valent, the brand new Belgian team. So stay tuned for an update, stay tuned for the stream, but we're going to be covering that as well. Excited to see what Neverson looks like after a little bit of a hiatus. Excited to see what this new team can do in a fresh scene like this. Alright, let's see if anybody is online to raid. And for everybody in chat, thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for using the stream as your daily dose of content. Looks like Kuro's online. Kuro is he's one of the Japanese comp players, so I mean, he doesn't have much chat interaction going on, but let's go show him some love anyway, because he's been a good sport about making it to scrims, making it to tourneys, and, just being there for his team. So why not? Alright, everybody. If you want in on this action, make sure you're in the Discord to look at all SHATTERLINE League news. Make sure that you click on that eminent.gg link to stay up to date on the format, the rule sets, and any changes that are, coming into our model. But this is essentially a casual competitive hybrid of a league. Anybody and everybody is welcome to join. But at the end of the day, we are trying to showcase what competitive SHATTERLINE looks like at this current stage and should look like through experimentation. And thank you for everybody for being on board and participating. Congratulations again to Rated R for their 3-0 map record win. And Infinite Rage, hopefully the next time y'all swing around, things get a little better. Take it easy, everybody.